Welcome back to part 3 of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In my last video, I concluded my explanation till microsporangium, development of microsporangium and how anther came out, or the anther matures, dehydrate and get dehiscence and releases the anther. So let me continue the same session. So let me try to understand the structure of an pollen grain. What is the structure of a pollen grain or a male gametophyte? So the pollen grain looks like this. Generally it is spherical in shape, 25 to 50 mm in diameter. Cytoplasm is surrounded by plasma membrane. A pollen grain has two layered wall, outer exine and inner intine. Have a look on your structure of a pollen grain. So the pollen grain has a two layered. Outer layer we call it as exine, which is a spine like structure, zigzag like structure, and inner is intine. It contains cytoplasm which is surrounded by a plasma membrane. So let me tell you more about the exine. The hard outer layer made up of spore pollenin, highly resistant organic material. It can withstand high temperature and strong acid and alkali. Enzymes cannot degrade spore pollenin. Very important for theory as well as competitive. So exine, the outer layer of our pollen grain, is made up of a special kind of a material. That material we call it as spore pollenin. One more question may appear. What does exine made up of? Exine is made up of spore pollenin. Or why it cannot be degraded. Spore pollenin cannot be degraded because it contains organic material, highly resistant organic material which can withstand high temperature and strong acids and alkali. So usually these pollen grains are kept it into a liquid nitrogen under the temperature of minus 196 degree Celsius. Okay, so it can withstand high temperature, it can withstand strong acid and alkali because it is made up of highly resistant organic material. We call it as spore pollenin. Do remember this. Exine has an apparatus or aperture called a germ pore. You can have, there is an aperture, we call it as a germ pore where spore pollenin is absent. So there is a germ pore which is present in your pollen grain. That part doesn't contain spore pollenin. Pollen grains are preserved as a fossil due to the presence of spore pollenin. So as I said you, they can remain for long time because of a material called spore pollenin. It can be preserved for long time as a fossil in a liquid nitrogen under minus 196 degrees centigrade. So exine exhibit pattern and design. So different designs can be seen on the exine. So it exhibits patterns and designs. Coming to the next part of your pollen grain, that is intine. Exine, very important. Please do remember spore pollenin. Fine. Now the next part of our pollen grain, that is male gametophyte, is intine, internal part, internal wall. The inner wall, it is said to be the intine. It is a thin and continuous layer made up of cellulose and pectin. So what was your exine made up of? It was made up of a material called spore pollenin. So our intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. Fine. A matured pollen grain contains two cells, a vegetative cell and a generative cell. A vegetative cell is bigger, has abundant food reserve and a large irregular shaped nucleus. Look at the two cells which are present in mature pollen grain. When the pollen grain get mature, you are going to see two cells. One is vegetative cell which is large in size, which is bigger in size, and due to the bigger in size, it contain abundant reserve food material. Fine, it is irregular shape. It contain a irregular shape nucleus. Fine. The next part is your generative cell. Next cell. The pollen grain contain two cell. One is vegetative cell, another one is generative cell. So the generative cell compared to vegetative cell is smaller in size and floats in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. So whatever cytoplasm is present in the pollen grain, it contains two cell, vegetative cell and generative cell. Being a bigger in size, so generative cell usually float in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. It is spindle shaped with dense cytoplasm and a nucleus. It is having a dense cytoplasm and the shape of the generative cell is spindle shaped and contain a nucleus. Over 60% of angiosperms shed their pollen grains at two cell stage. When they reaches this vegetative cell and generative cell two cell stage, no, during that time only the angiosperms, majority of the flowering plants, shed their pollen grains. In others, generative cell divides mitotically to give rise to two male gametes. Thus, pollen grain are shed at three cell stage. So, usually 60% of the flowering plants are going to shed their pollen grains after two cell stage. In some plants or in some other plants, the cells, we call it as a generative cell, no, it will go mitotic cell division. Okay, it will go to mitotic cell division to give rise to two male gametes. It produces two male gamete. Two male gamete along with one generative cell, we call it as three cell stage. After that, it is going to shed their pollen grains. Thank you. We'll continue our next session in my next part.